Design a class railway ticket with the following description. Instance variables, string name to store the name of the customer, coach, coaches to store the type the coach customer wants to travel, long mobile number, int amount, int total amount. Okay, amount is to store basic amount of ticket. Total amount is to store the amount to be paid after updating the original amount. So some processing is involved and that processing will give value to total amount. So what is member methods? Member methods are accept. Accept is to take input for name, coach, mobile number and amount. Okay. So look at the member method. It just takes name, coach, mobile number and amount. Total amount, we are not inputting the value. Okay. Now void update. To update the amount as per the coach selected. So this is the place where you are going to update total amount. And what are they saying here? If it is first AC, amount is 700. If it is second AC, 1 minute. If it is first AC, amount is 700. Second AC is 500. Then third AC is 250. Sleeper, none. Now void display, to display all the details of the customer such as name, coach, total amount and mobile number. Fine. So what you need to do is to update the amount as per the coach selected. So when you accept, you just accept some random amount to store the basic amount of ticket. That's what they are saying. Okay. Sandra, here they are not talking about the difference. So you just enter it as some basic 250 or something. You maybe 200 you enter. Okay, maybe 200 rupees.
The user has to enter.
Because in the there is another method, no input method. In the accept method. Accept method, you have to input name, coach, mobile number, and amount.
Yeah.
So that basic amount you have to input. Okay. And then in the update method, you need to see what is the coach. Depending, that means it's a if condition. If coach is first AC, then total amount equal to 700. If coach is second AC, then total amount equal to 500.
Oh, so amount.
You understood?
Amount doesn't have to do with anything. We just have to
just update, because they are just saying to store the amount to be paid after updating the original amount. Right?
We put the original amount.
So what is the original amount? Original amount is the one which is stored in AMT, in the variable AMT.
Yeah.
Okay. So just don't do anything, because they are just talking about update the original amount. You need to add or subtract that they are not talking, no? So just change the value, total amount equal to 700. If it is second AC, total amount equal to 500. If it is third AC, total amount equal to 250. If it is sleeper, total amount equal to amount, AMT. That's what you should enter, because here it is, you can't travel free, right? So what is the amount that you just paste it here? That's what I believe. To store the name of the, or 1 minute, wants to travel, to store the type of, okay, to store customers, okay, basic amount of the ticket, and to store the amount to be paid. Or you can say to store the amount to be paid after updating the original amount. That's what they are saying, right? To store the amount to be paid. That is the total amount. So basically what you're thinking is someone has already, I mean, the person who has booked has already paid partially. Okay, and what he has paid, that is in AMT.
Okay, ma'am.
Got it?
What I thought was I was to initializing it as 0 and then I'll add it to total amount like that. I was thinking that.
int amount is store basic amount of ticket. That's what they are saying.
Yeah.
So basic amount of ticket cannot be 0, right? It should be some figure.
Oh,
You understood. Some amount has to be there, at least 10 rupees or something should be there as ticket cost.
okay.
To that, but when you say to store the amount to be paid after updating the original amount, that means if he is planning to go for first AC, he need to pay 700 rupees extra.
Oh.
If it is continuing in sleeper, nothing. He doesn't need to pay anything. Then I think you don't need to update total amount as amount. Don't do it. Just write 0. That would be better, because what is to be paid, that's what you need to update.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he has already paid. That is stored in already paid amount is in AMT.
Ma'am, so can I do amount as like say 100, and then if the coach is first AC,
Huh?
if the coach is first AC, I should just add AMT plus 600 to get
1 minute, but here they are not talking about that. No, the question is vague. That's the problem. To store the amount to be paid after updating the original amount. I think, yeah, just 1 minute.
Yeah. So I don't have to do amount is 100. I did that right now.
No, that you have to do. Some basic amount you have to input.
Okay. Yeah.
So input statement should input amount.
Yeah.
But in the update method, you are checking what is the coach.
Yeah.
If coach is first AC, add amount plus 700. If
Yeah.
coach is second AC, add amount plus 500. If coach is third AC, add amount plus 250. If it is sleeper, total amount is amount itself.
Okay.
Okay, like that. And then you do the printout. Okay, now can you pick up the array related question and do it?
Yeah.
The array question which I shared. Nitish has joined.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Write a program to input and store roll numbers, names, and marks in 3 subjects of n number students in 5 single-dimensional array and display the remark based on average marks as given below. The maximum marks in the subject are 100.
Okay. So what do you think is the first step to do? What is it that you have to do? Write a program to input. Input means obviously what is, do we need to import or not?
Yeah.
We need to import, right? So import java.util.star. Now give a class name, public class, maybe school or class or something. I can't give class, maybe school I will give. Class is like a keyword. So school. Now public static void main. See, array related question, generally we don't have any other methods to be written. Public static void main string args. Okay. Now, tell me how many arrays are there? How many arrays are there? Hrithwik, can you just read it and tell me how many arrays are there?
3, because of the 3 subjects.
Okay, so assuming M1, M2, and M3 are, I mean, don't write it, okay? I'm just telling.
Yes.
So M1, M2, and M3 are related with marks.
Yes.
Fine. But how many students are there?
That has to be inputted, right, ma'am?
How many? Yes. So there can be 10 students or 20 students, or you have to basically input number of students.
Yes.
After inputting number of students, for that many students, you need to have what? Not only marks, what are the other things that
Roll
you need?
number and name.
Roll number should be there, name. So these are all arrays. So store roll numbers, names, and marks in 3 subjects of n number of students in 5 single dimensional array. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
So what it means is, first, so corresponding to say, if This is one array name. So in this name array, let first name is Ritvik. And the second name is say Nitish. Now corresponding to this name, there is a roll number. This is roll number array. Okay. So this is going to be assuming 20. This is 21. So this is Ritvik's roll number is 20. Nitish's roll number is 21. Now mark 1, mark 2 and mark 3 are 3 different arrays. So this means that if I am storing Ritvik as the first entry in that array, his roll number is first entry in the roll number array. His mark in first subject, this M1 is say 25 is his M1 is first element. This is maybe 28. This is maybe 29. So these are all first element of 5 different arrays. Now Nitish's mark will come as the second element. Understood? Are you all understanding
Yes,
this?
ma'am.
Huh? So this is the concept. So when I say name of 0, I should get Ritvik. If I say mark of M1 of 0, I should get Ritvik's first mark. When I say M2 of 0, I should get Ritvik's second mark. When I say M3 of 0, I should get Ritvik's third mark. Now, if I am saying name of 1, immediately the second person's detail is what? Nitish's roll number, that is what I should be getting. So this is how the arrays work. Okay, or this is how I should be entering the value. Now, let me go back to the program. We have written public static void main. After writing public static void main, we don't know how many elements, how many students are there. So you write system.out.println, enter number of students. Then let it be an integer variable n. Okay, by the way, scanner class I did not declare. So scanner n equal to new scanner system.in. Now int n equal to in dot next int. So now I have n entries, right? N elements, n students I have entered. After inputting this n, now comes my array declaration. First is a string array. String name equal to, how do you write it? New string of how many? N. All of you understood why am I writing in? New string of n. Next is because this n is, see, if there are n students, there should be n elements. The array should be able to store n elements. That is the reason why I'm creating n here. Okay, I'm writing n there. Next is roll number. Roll number is what type? Let it be integer. Integer roll number equal to new int of n. Again, this also I need n number. Then marks, let it be int m1 equal to new int of again n, int m2. So what is this? These are all integer arrays of size n. Okay, int m3 equal to new int of n. 5 arrays of size n are created now. I have created single dimensional array. Next thing is inputting values to single dimensional array. I need to input elements into name, roll number, and marks array. So how do I do that? I do a for loop for int I equal to 0. For an array and for strings, the index always starts from 0 and it goes till n minus 1. Please remember that. So I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. what do I write? System.out.println, enter name. I'm going to give everything inside the bracket. And then here immediately, what should I write? Name of I, okay, because I starting value of I is 0. So I should write name of 0 equal to in dot next line. Next I'm writing system.out.println, enter roll number. So here roll number of I equal to in dot next int. Then I'm writing system.out.println, enter 3 marks. Okay. So this will be m1 of I equal to in dot next int, m2 of I equal to in dot next int. I'm entering or I'm inputting all the 3 marks together, equal to in dot next int. So what did I do? I have using one for loop, I have inputted values in all the arrays. Okay, so first I will enter Hrithvik's name, then Hrithvik's roll number, then Hrithvik's 3 marks. Then as when I is incremented to 1, Nitish name is Nitish, Nitish roll number, Nitish's mark will be entered. All the 3 marks will be entered. Then when the I, once the for loop gets over, I will be incremented and I value will become 2. Then I will enter Maria's marks. So Maria's name, Maria's roll number, and 3 marks of Maria. Like that, the process will continue. So once this loop executes n times, it is executed n times, all the 5 arrays will have values. After declaring an array, next thing to do is input values into an array. Otherwise, in the question, they should say that these are the values for the array. At that time, you will just declaration and initialization will happen in the same step. So that I'm not going to, because these are the kind of question that generally comes. So input and store roll number, name, and marks in 3 subjects of n number of students in 5 single dimensional array, and display the remark based on average. On average marks as given below. The maximum mark in the subjects are 100. Now, what is it that we need to display? Average marks is total marks by 3, average marks remark. Okay, so you need to, basically you need to calculate the average, and depending on what is the average, if he or she has scored above 86, then you have to write excellent. If it is below 84 but above 75, you should write distinction, like that. Okay, so by the way, you have to print all these things, you have to print also. So what I'll do is, the next I'm going to start another for loop. Why am I starting another for loop? Because in this for loop I will do the addition in the sense I will add all the 3 marks, and then I will divide it by 3. I will divide it by 3 to know the average. After understanding the average, if the average is above 85% or above 85, then we have to give the proper if conditions. Got it? So let's do that. So for int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. What I'll do is, okay, by the way, I need to declare an average, a variable average. So let it be double average here. I never declare a variable inside a for loop or inside a while loop. Now, double average done. So average is equal to m1 of I plus m2 of I plus m3 of I. Put it in a bracket because you have to add all the 3 first, divide by 3. But when I put divide by 3, The problem is this is all integers. Okay, so this is becoming an integer division. So what you can do is divide by 3.0 and then put semicolon. Then you will get the correct value. Next, what you are doing is you can write, we can do the printing here itself. I think that would be better. If, one moment, I would say, so you have calculated average, right? So, but they are not talking about printing. Display the remark based on average mark as given below. But generally, when you print, you have to print what? You have to at least print the name, roll number, and average marks plus the remark, right? This is the at least the basic standard, because they have not mentioned what needs to be printed. So at least this you should provide. So what I would do is here system.out.println name name plus name of I, system.out.println roll number plus roll number of I, then average marks, system.out.println average plus AVG. Then you will write, then comes our calculation. Okay, so here I will do if average, what was the conditions? Average is greater than 85, then system.out.println excellent. Else, if average is greater than 75, sorry, greater, average is greater than 75, and so this is telling it is between. Okay, average is, 1 minute here, average is greater than or equal to 85 is required. Here average is less than 85. Then what should be the comment? System.out.println distinction. Are you all with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, else if. What is the next average condition? Average greater than or equal to 60. By the way, here greater than or equal to is required. Okay, in both the places. Greater than 60 and average is less than 74. Then system.out.println first class. Again, else if averages, see, you have to write this conditions, only then you will get full marks. Greater than 60 and less than 74. Next is averages greater than 40 and not greater than or equal to 40, and averages less than 59. Okay, wait, I went wrong here. Wait. I went wrong here because one thing is missing, that is greater than or equal to 85. This is correct. Less than, this is also correct. So maybe you can write like this, less than 75 you can write. Less than or equal to 75. So this is actually less than or equal to 60. Less than 60 is the correct thing. Otherwise, I should write greater than or equal to 59. Okay, less than or equal to 59 I should write. Okay, so write average is less than 59. Then what should be writing? System.out.println pass. Else, you don't need to write the else case, just write system.out.println close the for loop here, and that's it. So you're closing the for loop. You have done all the printing, everything done here. End of main method, here end of the class, and the program ends here. Use one for loop to input values into the array. And if you can use the processing of array elements and displaying in the same loop, do it that way. Otherwise, what you have to do is you have to do it in 2 different steps. So why I have done this processing in the same step is because if it's like I'm calculating the average using one for loop and printing using another for loop, then I need to create one more array for average, for storing the values for average. So why to have more and more array? So that is the reason why I just created a variable average. As and when I calculate average, I check where the average, in which range it is lying, and I just do the printing, displaying also along with this processing part. Okay, so that's all what I have done here.
Would you repeat what you said? Read the question, right?
Yes.
Write a program to initialize the 7 wonders of the world along
Mhm.
with their location in 2 different arrays. Search for a name of the country input by the user. If found, display the name of the country along with its wonder. Otherwise, display sorry, not found. The 7 wonders are
That's okay. It's just sample. No, they are just giving 7 wonders,
Yeah.
and locations are also given to you. These are just some examples, right? So, by the way, look at the question. Write a program to initialize the 7 wonders of the program. What does that mean? They are telling you to initialize the 7 wonders. So, what is the difference? Huh?
Do we put them in string default?
Yes, you don't need to input 7 wonders here. You are supposed to initialize the values. Understood? So you have to just create the array name equal to, start the curly bracket and give these inputs. Got it? Did you understand or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so that's called initialization. So if I have an integer array, say my integer array is like this, int a, and I'm telling you I'm going to initialize it. I will initialize this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So how many elements are there in the array? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 elements are there in array A. So this is called initialization, putting a semicolon. So here what they are saying is 7 wonders of the world, that you have to create a array, maybe string. They have not given any name, so you can just give wonders or something. Okay, equal to, put the curly bracket in double quotation, you will write, I don't know how to pronounce it. So each of this you have to write it. What is it? Chichen, right? Chichen. This is the first wonder. Second wonder is Christ something. So whatever, each of this you are going to put in quotation, because strings are, that's how you write a string. So whatever is the text, write here, but enclose it in double quotation. So 7 values like that you have to input, put a semicolon at the end. Then for location, string, initialize the 7 wonders of the world along with their location. So there should be another array which talks about the location. So when I say this Chichen Itza or whatever, that is in Mexico. Okay, so I should be inputting Mexico as the first element, because this Chichen Itza, if I am inputting as the 0th element, Mexico should be 0th element in my locations array. Understood? So there is no for loop to input the elements in this array, because you are initializing. Got it? In the question, when they say initialize the 7 wonders along with their locations in 2 different arrays, you have to do like this. So can you all please do this step? But
Yes, ma'am.
still you need scanner class. Okay. Do you know why? Because they are asking you to enter what is it? Search the name of a country, because you need to input a country name. And how will you input a country name if you don't have a scanner object? So scanner object is required. Just that, not for inputting array elements, but to search for an element in the array. That's the plan. So basically what you're doing here, you are searching, linear search. That is what you're doing here. Okay. Just import java.util.star. Fine. What next?
Public class.
Public class.
Public
Maybe
s-
wonders or something. Some name you have to give. Some class name. Next.
Public static void main.
Public static void main. String args. Okay. Okay. Then which object creation we need to do? Scanner object. Always create scanner object, because I told you this is what you're doing is you have an array which contains 7 wonders, and you have another array which contain the countries where this 7 wonders are situated. Okay. So what you are doing here is you are searching for a country. If the country is there in the list, then it should print the corresponding wonder. Understood or not? So basically assume that this is India. This is that location or country. Let me write it country. Okay, let me write country as the one array. India is there, then Mexico is there, then what else is there? Brazil is there. I don't know what else are there. Now here comes the wonders. Now in India, what is the wonder? Taj Mahal. In Mexico, what is the wonder? Something they said. What was that? Some Chichen Itza or something. Something is there. Huh? So all these are strings. So you should put it in double quotation. All of them are within double quotation. Did you understand till this step? So these are the arrays. Now I'm going to enter a country. I'm just entering a country. When you enter a country, assuming I am entering India. When I enter India, what happens is my program should look whether India is present in this array. If India is present, then corresponding to India, which is the wonder, that needs to be printed. Understood, all of you?
So India should be what Taj Mahal should be printed.
Taj Mahal should be printed. Okay, so country name India, output is Taj Mahal. So that's how it should be printed. So when you are searching for Mexico related, is there any wonder is there? First of all, you should look whether Mexico is present in this array. Only if Mexico is present, pick up the index of Mexico. In this case, index of Mexico is 1. Index of India is 0. So pick up the index of Mexico and what is lying in that index. What is lying against that index in wonders array. Print that. If I am writing Nepal here, Nepal is a country, and assuming not there, okay, I am searching here, Nepal I am looking, but I have not entered any wonder, here there is no Nepal. I have not entered Nepal under the countries list. Then what should it print? It's not coming under countries list. So it should print that, sorry, not found. That should be printed. Understood? So first thing is, whatever country I enter, is it present in the country array or not? If it is present, pick up the index, take the index and print the corresponding element in the wonders array. That is the program. Understood? Yeah. Now here, what is the next thing? You have to create a scanner object. because you need to input a country and all, right? So scanner in equal to new scanner system.in. Fine. Next is I'm going to create the array. So when I create the array, as I told you, it's going to be a string array. String, let me write it as wonders equal to, start the curly bracket, and I have to write everything. So here they have put everything in capital letter, okay? So you can also print it like that itself. So CHICHEN, ITSA, okay? ITSA is one word, comma, Christ the Redeemer. That is the second wonder. So look at this. After each string, close the double quotation, put a comma, and then start the next wonder. After this, you have Taj Mahal. Fourth
Ma'am,
wonder.
I did the code. Thing is, unless the like country name is in all caps, it'll say sorry not found.
That's, you do equals ignore case, no? When you
Uh,
compare, do equals ignore case function.
okay.
Yeah. Great Wall of China, comma, what is this? Machu Picchu. Okay. Machu Picchu. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Then Petra. Then Colosseum. Colosseum. That's it, right? Huh. So seven are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Now close the curly bracket, put the semicolon. Next, I am entering string country equal to, again, what are the countries? Mexico is the first one. Make sure you start the double quotation. I'm repeating that, okay? You have to start with double quotation. Once the first wonder gets over, close the quotation, put a comma. After Mexico comes Brazil. Then comes India. Then comes China. Then comes Peru. Then comes Jordan. Then comes Italy. Close the bracket, semicolon. So this is called initializing, declaring and initializing an array. Next point, system.out.println, enter the country, enter a country or whatever, what they have mentioned, country name, not enter also. They have given what needs to be inputted. They are writing in the question, country name. COUNTRY, country name. So you should write string something. I'm writing COUN. Huh? Country. If I write country, I have already written country here, no? So I can't write that. Maybe S country. That means search country is what I'll write. Some variable that is different from the array name. String country equal to in dot next. Okay. So after that, yeah, output. Now comes our sequential search. So sequential or linear search starts now. What are you doing here? You have to start with a for loop. For int I equal to 0, I less than 7, I plus plus, because there are 7 wonders. That is the reason I'm doing I less than 7 here. And what do I check? If country of I dot equals ignore case, in bracket, what do I write? This one, what I have inputted, S country. If country of I dot equals ignore case, You don't need to write true and all, because only if it is true, the remaining part will get executed, okay? So country of I dot equals ignore case S dot country. What do I need to do? Set a flag. By the way, I did not initialize the flag, right? So here you have to write flag is required int flag equal to 0. I taught you why to have a flag and all that when I discussed linear search. Okay, so you have to set a flag to 0 initially, and once you find a match, you set it to 1, and you also keep an index variable where, okay, index is also required. So index is another variable which you need to assign here. Index is equal to I. Got it? So index is what? When you are finding a match, where is that position? Where is the position of that element? That position you are storing in a variable. And I have given the variable index. That's all. Else, no, nothing is there. That's it. Now close the bracket. Okay, so I am checking whether the country, each of the country in the array, is it matching with any of them? Is it matching with the country name that I have entered here? I am not trying equals. If I do equals, it will not ignore the capital letter, small letter thing. So if accidentally you have entered in small letter and all your elements are in capital letter inside the array, it will say that there is no match found. So it is always better to use equals ignore case, so that if the text is, if the country is same, only the case is different, it will give you true case. It will give you true value. Now outside, if flag equal to 1, then what will you do? System.out.println. You should write, what is the country name? Country, oh, wait. You should write, no quotes, okay? Country of index plus country of, maybe we will put one gap also, okay? Not country, after that you should put wonders, right? Okay, put one space in between and then write wonders of, that's my secondary index. Close the bracket, semicolon. Else system.out.println, sorry, not found. Close the main method and close the class. Numbers, sequential search is, sequential means linear search. You have learned linear search, you have learned binary search, right?
Yes.
So we always follow linear search for these kind of problems. In linear search, what you are doing is you are comparing what is in the array. This is 0, 1, 2, 3. This is the index. Now you will input the country to be searched is S country. So assume that I am storing the country I have inputted is Nepal. So in for loop, what I am doing is I equal to 0. I equal to 0 means this is the one, first one. Is the country, what is stored there, what is stored in that country? You have to check your question. What is the first country? That is Mexico. So is Mexico and Nepal, are they equal? We are
No.
checking. They are not equal. So what will happen? It will go to the next iteration. Next iteration is Brazil. Is Brazil and Nepal equal? No. Again, nothing will happen in this for loop, okay? In this, because if condition is satisfied, only something you will do only when you find a match. Now I am giving a value Nepal, which is not in the list. So flag will continue to be 0. And for this specific case, flag equal to 1. No, flag is not 1. Else condition will get printed. Okay. Now assume that instead of Nepal, I have entered India. Now here, first in the for loop, I equal to 0, which is Mexico. Mexico is compared with India. No, it's not same. Then Brazil and India are compared, still not same. Then India comes. So India and India, they are checking. Okay, India and India found. So match is found. So equals ignore case. Even if you enter this India, they are checking it with this India. It's fine because you are using equals ignore case. Ignore case means you don't care about the capital letter or small letter. If both are equal, immediately this block will get executed. Okay. And what is happening in this block? Flag value will be set to 1. Why flag is setting to 1? Because when you come out of for loop, there should be some mechanism to tell you that, yes, I found a match in the array. Just for that purpose, you are setting the flag. Okay. If it is normally coming out, if the array, completely array has been traversed, that means all the loops were, the entire loop were executed, but still you couldn't find a match, then flag will continue to be 0. But when you find a match, flag you are setting to 1. And immediately, which value of I? Where is which value of I? I means which value of I you could find the match. That you immediately store an index variable. Okay. So when you store that in index variable, later when you come out of for loop, you can freely use that index variable. So that's what you have done here. After okay, by the way, once this is found, you can immediately say break. This break also is, you have learned this break also in the linear search. So immediately put break, because there is no point in keeping on searching for this country again and again, because you have already found a match. Why do you want to keep on repeating it? Found a match, stop it, come out of the loop. Break means come out of the loop, right? You come out of the loop and then you are checking, okay, if flag equal to 1, yes, flag is 1, I have found a match. And what is the country of index? Country of index is here at the second. 0 was Mexico, 1 was Brazil, 2 was actually India. So 2 is what is stored in index. So here country of 2 is nothing but India. India and Taj Mahal will get printed. So this is how the program works.